Hey everyone, I want to thank all of you guys so much for subscribing and watching my videos. This has been more than I could have imagined. When I started this, I had no idea where it was going to go. I still have no idea where it's going to go. It's just something I throw together every week, and I honestly, as you can tell, don't put a whole lot of thought or effort into it, but I really wanted to show what I've been doing, show that it's possible, and hopefully maybe inspire other people to tinker with EV technology and cool stuff that's out there right now. There's a lot you can do, there's a lot of possibilities. But now to the giveaway, the long awaited giveaway that I should have done a while ago, and I appreciate your patience. I have the comments pulled up, and I'm just gonna scroll through up and down a couple times, and the first name that I look at, I'm gonna pick. I don't know how other YouTubers normally give stuff away, but that's, I guess, what I'm doing. So I'm scrolling right now, and I'll move my cursor over, and it is Wes Allen. So Wes Allen, if you want this spot welder, just shoot me an email it's my name, it's jamesklafehn@gmail. So just shoot me an email, and we can talk about it and get it over to you. But yeah, thanks a lot, Wes. Thanks everybody for subscribing. And I also have to have a special thanks to Dan Oko. And I'm probably butchering his last name, but I really wanted to thank him because out of nowhere, he sent me a $50 donation because he liked my content. And that's just amazing to me that somebody can be so generous. I know a lot of YouTubers do stuff like that and fundraisers, but this was totally unsolicited and he just sent me cash. So that's really, really cool. Much appreciated because all of this stuff has cost so much money, and I'm pretty much at this point going to tighten the drawstrings and probably not spend as much anymore. I mean, I've got a lot into all this stuff. So really, thank you, Dan. Thank you everybody for subscribing, and don't take off yet because I'm going to cover some updates and just some stuff that's going on. Hey, so obviously I'm outside now. I'm out here in front of my battery and the inverter and all that stuff. So today would have been day 15 of being off grid. Yesterday morning early, I had to connect to the grid, unfortunately, because the batteries were getting pretty low and we hadn't charged our EVs in a couple days. We've been taking short trips and we've been publicly charging when we can, but it got to the point that I needed to connect to the grid to recharge the battery here behind me. So unfortunately the streak is over, but the good news is that things have been working really, really well. Something bad happened that I'll tell you about in a second, but for the most part, everything's been working really, really well. My kilowatt has increased, so we've been having some sunnier days. I didn't realize that overcast and any kind of haze can really affect output a lot. And unfortunately, in Ithaca, New York, we get a lot of overcast, a lot of hazy weather. So during my last video, I was experiencing that. I think that was my problem, because since we've had some really awesome, really sunny, perfect days that have given me 10 plus kilowatts. So that's pretty cool. So I'm really happy to see that it's all working and my output is good as long as the weather and skies are clear. The unfortunate part, the bad thing that happened, was in my control box, which is right there, that black control box that has all of my pumps, heater, the fans up there, everything's up there, including the DC to DC converter. And unfortunately that died. So I woke up one morning and we had no power, and I thought maybe we just used too much, or I didn't know really what happened. I came outside to check everything out and my 12-volt battery was dead. So I did some more testing and my DC to DC converter had failed. So I ordered a new one. It's on its way. It should be here in a couple days. For now, what I have happening, just to keep the whole thing working, it's all kind of on life support. Underneath the insulation that's right there, I went and picked up a 12-volt battery charger. So it's an AC to DC battery charger, and I'm using that to keep the battery in the T-Rex full so everything stays running. The inverter here has to see battery voltage in order to stay working and power the house. And in order to keep the battery functioning right now, I have to have the AC to DC converter connected at all times. So when I first discovered this was a problem, thankfully I had a spare battery from my parts Rav4 that's here behind me. So I took this battery out and I connected that, and I was able to get the system all up and running. Once the system was up and running, I got out, I actually have two 12-volt battery chargers. So I got out the first one that I had, connected it to the battery that was dead, and sit it in the garage for a day while that recharged. And then I went out and picked out another one to connect to this. So that's one little issue that I've had, but thankfully it's all been working really well. I'm looking forward to having some more data and monitoring with the system, because right now every time I have to check it out, I have to come out and look at that screen right there behind me. I don't have anything inside to tell me where the power is, where it's coming from, or where it's going, or anything. So hopefully soon I'll have that. One of my buddies who helped me install the whole system is designing something to help me with that. And I'll also mention now, I do want to make a separate video on it, but Midnight Solar actually saw my last video, and we reached out to them a couple times for tech service, because if you saw one of the previous solar videos, I was having issues with one of their products. It wasn't working right for my system. So they spent time researching the problem, and actually they are really hooking me up, because their product didn't work for me in this situation. So they are hooking me up with a brand new product at no extra cost. So really awesome. They're really taking care of me, and I very much appreciate it. I'm going to be doing a review and showcase of the product in a future video. Thank you, Midnight Solar, for helping me out. Another thank you needs to go to Princeton Power for helping me get the settings right in this inverter and talking me through a lot of the stuff that I came across in setting up this inverter. So I really appreciate their help as well. I couldn't have done it without either of these two companies. They really were there for me. So if anybody's interested or needs solar products, I've had great experiences with Midnight Solar and Princeton Power. So thank you guys. Man, I just had to come back inside. It was so bright out there. My face already looks more red, at least in this camera. But also I wanted to say that I've been sleeping in this camper for the last 3 nights, and I've loved it so far. And no, I'm not sleeping in the camper because I did something wrong. I've just been sleeping in it to give it a trial run. I've already noticed a couple things that I want to add to the interior just to make it more useful when we're camping and sleeping. We definitely need cup holders because I like my beer and we need some spaces to hold those. And I also want some pockets for cell phones and the Apple TV remote and the iPad and all that kind of stuff. Last night, my wife and I watched some TV on the Apple TV, and it got her approval. So things are a go. We're really enjoying this thing already. What's also pretty cool is that since I bought this battery, the battery that's on the floor of this trailer, I've never charged it. So it has, what was it? I think roughly 70 kilowatt hours, something like that when we looked at the CAN data. And that's how it came. And I've had lights on, I've made coffee in it, we've watched TV for nights on end, all the stuff, and I've never even charged the battery, and there's still tons of power. So that's one thing that I think is so cool about this idea in these trailers, is that you could take one of these, whether you have an EV or not, you could go boondocking out wherever, and you could have tons of power to do as much as you want. I could run power tools off this thing out in the woods if I wanted to. So as long as I leave myself enough power to drive home, I could boondock in this thing for quite some time and have all of the amenities as home, pretty much. Well, there's no toilet. But other than that, there's lots of stuff in this camper. I guess I'll leave it there for now. I think I covered a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.